I'm Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show here at the Florida Horse Park this weekend for the second weekend of great competition at air show jumping. And I'm sitting here with Genevieve Munson, who competed very well today. In natural fact, I heard the announcer say well ridden, and she certainly showed how good she and her horses are. So I'm here to chat with her a little bit. Going to start off with a little background on her and find out about how she started out in her equestrian career. Genevieve, thanks for being with us. Tell us a little bit about how you got started in riding and show jumping.
Thanks for having me, Louisa. I got started mainly because my older sister and my older brother started riding, so it was kind of in the family. I started very young when I was, before I was a year old, from ponies and was hooked from the start. Had a pony hunter, had a wonderful pony jumper, and eventually some horses, and it's been a great ride.
Now you're based in Arkansas, a little different. Come down here to Florida to compete here at air show jumping. Tell us a little bit about what you think about this show.
So far, this is my first experience with the management and this facility, and it's been absolutely wonderful. From being able to just have a little extra time at the ring to waters by the gate, it's been amazing. I could not say better things about the management and the facility, the beautiful cross-country field. I 100% will be coming back next year.
Lovely to hear that. It is incredible. We love the Florida Horse Park, and air show jumping have done a phenomenal job. Now, we've got Nigel behind us. I love that name. I had an Uncle Nigel, and of course that's very British. And your other horses here in the other stall competed on both of these today. Tell us a little bit about Nigel and your other horse here.
So Nigel behind me is a horse that we got a couple years ago from Equestrian Sport Horses. We've worked with Marjorie quite a bit, and she's done a great job of bringing in horses. He, like the name, Nigel grew up in England, and he's been a wonderful partner as a second to Joey, who's over on my left, in showing in some Grand Prix and some bigger classes. Really come along nicely over the past couple years. And then Joey on my left, I've been with for almost 3 years now. We moved up together through the 120s and 130s into my first Grand Prix, his first Grand Prix, and it's been a great ride. That horse I owe a lot to. So he's my number one and set a great pace today.
He did indeed, and what an exciting class that was. Talk a little bit about the course. There seemed to be some challenges. Chris Barnard is absolutely incredible course designer, of course, but there seemed to be a few challenges with a couple people coming off, and it definitely wasn't an easy course, but with seeing the jump off numbers was great. Did very well, and you certainly did set the pace there at the jump off and did so well. So talk a little bit about that and kind of what you thought of the course today.
Initially, I saw the course, 13 fences plus your double attempts and the 92-second original time allowed, and I was like, wow, this course is going to be difficult. So we went out and we walked it. There were definitely some challenges, some bended and some broken lines, especially from 9 to 10, that posed some very good questions. So a wise person once told me, you walk every important course twice. So we went through that and didn't even finalize everything until I was on each of the horses because we adjusted it for their specific styles. But it seemed to work out well for me, and watching some of the other riders we could learn from what you walked and then what you see. I was very, very impressed with the course, and they've been great all week.
That's incredible. Now, Nigel is only 12 or 13?
Yes.
And how long did you say you've been working with him?
About 2 years.
So he was kind of young as far as the hunter-jumper world goes when you started. You're known for working very well with younger horses. How did you kind of bring him to such a great point at a younger age like this?
When I got him, he was about 10 or 11, had quite a bit of experience over in Europe already. He's shown big tracks, 1.40 meter, 1.45, with a prominent family there. So he had the experience. It was just us building a partnership and just improving his jumping style. So we've done that through a lot of grid works, and we're very big on flat work, just working from the base, very purist type, all mine go in snaffles, that type of thing.
So you have obviously a great bond with both Joey and Nigel.
Absolutely. I like to think that's the base of it all, is the horse has to want to win for you.
So what's next for you after competing here this weekend? Are you on to hit? So you're going to be competing at WEC. What are your plans for the rest of the season?
We're going to head home for a couple weeks, and then I'm going to go to Houston, Texas to do a week. We'll come back to Florida and Wellington to do the Gold Star Clinic mid-February, and then I'll finish my winter in Houston, be home for a couple weeks, and do a couple more weeks in Houston.
Wow, traveling a lot then. You're busy on the road.
Through April, I think we've got our plan lined out, but I'm excited. Lots of big classes down there.
So today you were very, very close to winning this class, and you rode incredibly well. When you're riding against some of the top names that we see in a lot of these Grand Prix, is that a lot of pressure for you? And how do you feel when you play so well in a class of top names?
I feel like who's riding the class is less important. You want to watch them, especially if you have good riders. You can hear what they say in the warm-up ring. You can talk to them when you're walking the course and learn a lot. But as for the pressure, who's in it doesn't really matter. It's you and your horse and the course. If you let anything else get in the way of that, you're going to be distracted. So a lot of these riders I've ridden with before, Tracy Finney and I have kind of been dabbling back and forth in the last few Grand Prix where she's, just caught me by a second or so. So that is coming along. But I really enjoy coming to the shows with the better competition, not only to test myself, but to learn from them. So I couldn't have asked for a better show day.
It's pretty special to almost beat someone nominated for Equestrian of the Year. That's a pretty good spot for you to be in.
It's terribly unfortunate when you're walking back from the ring and you're disappointed with second and sixth. But that's where we are. With my horses, the goal today was first and second. It's always aiming for the top. So I have a finish like that, and yes, it's great, but I'm already on to, okay, here's how I fix it. Here's how I do better next time. So
here's how I win, right?
Exactly. You see the mistake, you see what could have been done better, and you rectify it for next time. And that's a lot of how it works for me and, for our horses is, yes, we're happy to be here and we're happy to have this round, but I'm not riding for second place. We're riding to win, and we're not riding just this class. It's, okay, what's the class in 2 years that really matters? Would my ride today have stood up to that? And that's a lot how we think when we're training our horses and training me.
That's an amazing way to do things, that's for sure. Last question. What's the top of your bucket list for your future accomplishments?
Olympics, 100%.
That's incredible. And you feel, obviously, with your competitive spirit, you'll get there. That's the plan. That's the goal, right?
Absolutely. It's just win, and hopefully soon.
Any last tip for younger riders coming up, want to be in the spot that you're in right now?
Watch videos, read books. We've got this amazing live stream. Take advantage of those learning opportunities to hear the announcer, to watch what these top riders are doing. Even if you can't ride every day or ride the nicest horses, you can still gain knowledge. You can read, there's hundreds and hundreds of books on, by top riders and top trainers that you can get just invaluable knowledge from. You don't always have to be at the show or on a horse's back to learn that. And that's the biggest thing I could say that's helped me.
Wonderful. Well, you are an inspiration. Even though you didn't win, congratulations, because incredibly well ridden. I was so impressed. Both you and your horses, wonderful, and certainly inspiration for young riders coming up. Thank you very much, Genevieve Munson, and also to Nigel. I love that name. And Joey down here. Well done today, and I know that we'll see you doing great things in the future, and I plan to see you at the Olympics. I'm Louisa Barton for the Horse Talk Show here at Air Show Jumping at the Florida Horse Park.